In this video, I want to show you how to color correct with adjustment layers. It's an easy way to apply the same color correction to multiple clips in your video sequence. Right now, we have all these clips of Anthony speaking, and I could go and copy this Lumetri color effect and select all of the interview clips on my timeline and paste it, but maybe later on I might make a small adjustment to the saturation or to the contrast as I see necessary. Then I would have to go through and edit it for all of the different clips. An easier way is with an adjustment layer. So we need a track between our interview here and the rest of this B-roll and the titles up here. So I'm going to select all of these titles and the B-roll just by selecting, and I'm going to move it up one track. So now we have this track in between. Then I'm going to go to my project file. I'm going to go to the new item button and go adjustment layer. Select OK. And now we have this adjustment layer, and you might want to title it so you know what it is. I'll say A camera color, so that I know that it's the color correction for a camera. Now I'm going to put it right on top and throughout this entire video. Then I'm going to select the actual color correction for this clip right here. Actually, first I have to decide, am I going to use it from this clip, which I did with the lookup table, or this one, which I did from scratch. They look very similar, except for this one has the vignette. So I think I'm going to keep the one from the vignette. I'm actually going to copy it. So select it, Command C, or cut it, Command X, and then paste it on the adjustment layer, Command V, Control V if you're on a PC. Then I'm going to go to this next clip right here that had the previous color correction and delete that one. So now none of these clips right here from interview camera A have any color correction on the actual clip itself. This adjustment layer does though. And if I want to make a change, say I do want to add or decrease the vignette, say I want to just decrease the vignette, I can do it right here in the effects controls or by opening up the Lumetri color panel, change it to 0, and it changes it for the entire video in one click without any copying or pasting. So I would suggest using adjustment layers when you have interview clips like this. When you're editing a narrative film or a documentary with video clips from all kinds of different scenarios, this won't necessarily work from you because the color correction will be different for every clip. But when you're editing an interview or something where it's the same lighting setup, it's the same exact correction you want to apply to all kinds of clips, sometimes the adjustment layer will work better. Now you might be asking, what happens when I want to use the B track down here? We haven't even thought about using this interview B camera, and we can do that by either deleting the A camera, or maybe I want to cut from the A camera to the B camera. So let's go through this. Maybe I want to...
It's ugly, you know, that doesn't go viral, but it's...
Maybe right here I want to cut it to the wide camera. What I can do, I can't just select the A camera and drag in, because what happens is the audio gets dragged in as well. I can option select, which allows me to just choose the video of this track and drag in. So now the audio stays there, but then it cuts to the wide image. The problem is that this adjustment layer isn't perfect for the wide shot. The wide shot settings were a little bit different. So what we can do actually is... Let's just open this up just a little bit so I can see more of my timeline. I can add another adjustment layer between my A camera and my B camera and change the settings for this B camera shot. I'm just going to duplicate this A camera adjustment layer right here just by selecting it and pressing Command C, Command V. Rename it by pressing Return on my keyboard and typing in B camera color, and put it right here above the B camera shot. Then I'm going to start out with this Lumetri color effect that I already added to the A camera. So I'm going to copy that and paste it onto the B camera profile. Then I'm going to delete this adjustment layer where the B camera is shining through with my razor blade tool. C on your keyboard if you want to get to that, and then V to get back to your selection tool. So now this adjustment layer is affecting all of our B camera. I just have to brighten it a little bit. So I'm just going to go down to exposure, set it to 0, maybe even 0.2, something like that, 0.1, small adjustments. So now we can cut from here to there. The color correction looks the same, the colors look the same, and each of these adjustment layers are affecting all of the video clips for that camera, all the A camera and B camera. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. For now, I want you to actually go through and color correct your footage, not only for the interview clips, but for any B-roll that you've chosen to use.